Hello, yeah, it's another Commander Dakota video, and I'm doing this while the test match cricket is on, so you better bloody appreciate this one, because I'm missing out, especially as this is likely to be the last day, even though it's only day 3. Anyway, this is another one that's likely to take some time to do, and is going to be broken up into small bits because it's going to be more exploration. Right, so where am I going? Well, after my last video, when I headed out to Beetlejuice, it was pointed out to me by one Commander Andy Pipkin. I don't know if it's the Andy Pipkin, but there is at least one star that is known within the galaxy that is even bigger than Beetlejuice, and it's okay, it's a fair old distance away, but it's not too bad, I don't think. And that star is Antares, which is right away over here, 545.54 light years from where I'm starting. That's going to be an awful lot of jumps. It's got to be close to 40 jumps, I reckon. 38. Yeah, so that's a fair old way. Now I am in Ross 154, which should sound familiar to an awful lot of you if you played Frontier, because this is the system that you start in. Of course, there is one significant difference in the exact location where you start, because of course in Frontier you actually had the ability to land on the fucking planets, something which, you know, seems to be beyond the abilities of you know, the developers of this one. And yet on an Amiga, on a game that didn't require installing and ran off a single 3.5-inch floppy disk with 880k, you know, maximum capacity, they could do it no problem then. But now, oh, it can't be done. Oh, unless we do you know, paid for expansion, which they've gone very quiet about, because chances are they can't figure out a way to do it. You only have to look at the way the planets are rendered to see that, well, fuck knows how they're going to be able to do it. Anyway, rather gone off track there a bit. So, well, my ratings and everything haven't changed one bit. My balance is now just past 35 mil, but the stats are largely unchanged as well. Oh yeah, I've passed 6,900 total paying kills by quite a bit, I think now. 6,954. So yeah, once again it's going to be the exploration that's going up. Now it appears that while I thought I was fairly close, or maybe on, you know, the threshold of my next explorer rank, it turns out I'm nowhere near. In fact, I'm not even halfway. So that's not the best news. But I shall persevere. So, 38 jumps ahead of me. The first system we're going to is the wonderfully named Hag Hole. I have no idea if that's a system that needs scanning or not, which reminds me, Did I get or keep the detailed surface scanner? No, I didn't. I bet they ain't fucking got any here. But if I'm doing this trip, I will want one. Try and make as many credits as I can out of it. Oh, you saw how many credits I made in the trip to Beetlejuice, and well, I didn't scan hardly anything, so it's obviously worth having. Aha, there you are, you beauty. They do have it here, right. That won't make any difference to the jump range, because that's only affected my fully laden jump range, which is, well, that's now gone up, but I'm not carrying any cargo, so it makes it a rather irrelevant point, I think. Anyway, we can now return to service and then we can finally get underway. Something else that has changed in ROS 154 compared to when you started there in Frontier will become apparent very soon.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Get out of the way, fucking times 6. There it is. The planet Azta. Where the fucking hell has its ring system gone? Answers on a postcard. Anyway, right, hag hull does not need scanning. Well, something at least. Now, I have no idea how far I have to go before I leave populated space. But, well, looking at the galaxy map, populated space does carry on for a fair bit. Looks like Duba is the last populated system that I go to, and that does need scanning as well. So, okay, well, I'll restart this then when we reach Duba.
Drive charging.
Alright. Here we go. Right, I've only done a couple of jumps. I'm in LP 917-1, and there are conflict zones here. So if you're after any combat, here's another system to go to. However, I can't be asked, so I'm going straight on to Crucis Sector IS-T B3-3. The natural choice. Right, more when I see it. Right, here we are at HIP 78947. A rather bright Type K yellow-orange star, and also extremely active. The amount of solar prominences and flares coming off this fucking thing. So it would help if I press the right thing. And a message from Commander Daddy 07 as well. So there you go, Daddy07, you've starred in this video as well. I think there is a docking station here. I'm not going to stick around. It's only an outpost, so I'm not going to bother. So I'll fuel scoop and head on to Durbar, which is of course the last system that I will come to that is, well, has any allegiance, even if it is independent. So I suspect I'm not going to be able to dock there. If I can, I will, but I highly doubt it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I'm in England at 63 for 6, by the way. Right, let's see if Durbar is going to be any good to me, or if I've got to say fuck it and just keep going. I could do with being able to dock, but well, I just doubt I'll be able to. Okay, so we have a big old yellow. Oh no, we haven't. That's the fucking nav beacon I'm looking at. Right, here we go. Okay, it's not quite so big. 4.6 light seconds away. Let's get a bit closer and start fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping.
40? Fuck, I don't bother scanning everything anymore. But no landing pads that I can go to. So there we go. I'm now definitely on a non-stop trip. So, well, after here we're off to Scorpio sector CL-Y D154. I know, why would you think we're going anywhere else? But, well, let's just hope I don't run into an endless stream of brown dwarf stars after this.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so more when it happens. Right, a bit of an update since I haven't done one for a while. I am now in HIP 80374, I think. Soon to find out. 80374, there you go, I was right. And we're up to the stage now where the servers are fucking bollocksed up, and yeah, I'm doing scans and it's not telling me anything about how, you know, what's here. So that's the second time, still not showing anything. If there's nothing here, I'll get the notification saying no, you know, additional objects found at last. Fucking thing. That kept happening when I was doing the Beetlejuice run.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, anyway, okay, that's handy. This one's right in front of us. So I've decided that once I've been to Antares, like I did with the Beetlejuice trip, I'm not just going to turn around and head straight back the same way. I'll make additional credits by taking a completely different route back. And I'm going to make my way to Leesti again. Fuck knows how many times I've been there, but there's a particular reason why I want to go there. something else again that Commander Andy Pipkin was telling me about is Leesti is fast becoming Griefer Central. I'm assuming it's the George Lucas station. It's the only one I can think of that's, you know, a large station and that, so it must be there with people trying to ram everyone. I mean, he's flying around in a Sidewinder, so people trying to ram him have to be either fucking good or fucking lucky, because he's got his one fully upgraded, so he has, you know, extremely good speed and extremely good manoeuvrability. And if he does, you know, fuck up, oh dear, he's having to shell out for a new Sidewinder. Big fucking deal. I'm wondering if those people will want to try that with me. Now if they do, I have no qualms whatsoever about opening fire on them. I'll just make sure that I do it, or can somehow get away with no... Oh fuck, this is a Tauri star. I can't scoot from it. There's nothing else here, so straight on to the next place. Yeah, that one. I have no idea what that EUQ stands for. But it looks like it's Prior Uke JC-U B3-1. Anyway, yeah, if they were to try it on me, then yeah, I'll have no qualms about opening fire on them. Hopefully, you know, I'll get away with it and not have the station opening fire on me. But yeah, obviously it'll mean I'll have to piss off and go somewhere else to pay off the fine that I'll get. But I don't care if they're being griefing cunts. I want to piss them off more than they, you know, are pissing off the people they're trying to ram. And there are people in larger ships like Imperial Clippers who are doing it, as well as the smaller ships, and obviously to ram me and do any damage of any kind you're going to need to be in a larger ship. But on the other hand, if I even see anybody doing it to, you know, another player, I'll open fire on them again, even though they've done nothing to me. And again, I don't care if I, you know, get fined to become wanted. As I say, I'll just piss off and go somewhere else. So this could have an interesting ending. Of course, the big drawback with doing that, this is another one of those weird looking stars that I found last time. I hope this one's not another towering one. But yeah, the risk of doing that is if I'm destroyed, I've lost all my data, so I may have to land first before I knew it fucking would be, before I can do any of the anti-griefing stuff. And I don't keep my contempt of griefers a secret, and you know, I in no way condone griefing unless you are doing it specifically at someone who is a known griefer because you've seen it yourself or their name is well known. If you know any commanders or have seen any commanders who are griefers, then for fuck's sake tell us in the comments. I want to know, I'm sure other people will want to know, and if I see them I will target them straight away. So anyway, yeah, I have taken to scanning other stars, not planets. I can't be bothered with planets, but stars, because you can start scanning them from a, you know, fair distance away. Although when they are 239,000 light seconds away, I do think, no, I'm not going to bother with that one. So I'll scan this one, but the other one, fuck it. And then we'll go on to this next system. And England are 98 for 7. They lead by 166 at the moment. Alright, there's the scan underway, so we'll just get that done and then we'll piss off to the next place. In the meantime, Chris Jordan has just been given out, so England are now 98 for 8. That's another fucking wicket I missed doing this poxy video. Fucking thing. He's referred it anyway. So yeah, there you go. More when it happens. This is an interesting one. This is a blue-white star, but it's very dim for a blue-white. Blue-whites are the hottest stars known, but this one, well, there's not much of a blue hue to it. There's nothing else in this system apart from this thing. And Jimmy Anderson has survived a hat-trick ball. England are 98 for 9. Right, well, when it comes. This is where I am extremely glad that I stuck to my, let's mute the telly, stuck to my idea of not scanning everything in the system. 54 objects in this system. There is a second star, but it's 320,000 light seconds away, so I'm not going to bother with that. 54 in one system. Fuck off. Someone else can explore it. I won't. So the next system is HIP 80810. Wonder how far Antares is now. So check on the galaxy map, see how far we still have to go. 14 jumps. What's the distance? Well, it's under 200 light years now, so not too bad. I say that, I've been doing this for an hour and 20 minutes now, for fuck's sake. Right, well, more when it happens again. Or when I'm bored and decide to say something completely unimportant. Right, well, we are now in the pipe bracket stem sector stars. I am about to head to sector YJ-A D44. And the number of jumps has really gone down. I'm 8 jumps away from Antares now. So we're getting through it.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right. Well, I suspect the next part will be when I'm at or about to jump to Antares.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So, well, more when it's when it gets interesting, if it does. Right. Well, I am in HIP 81582, and the next system, as you can see, is pipe bracket stem sector FR-U B3-3. But this star here is interesting me. It can't be selected, it's not in this system. Now I am 5 jumps away from Antares, and knowing the size of Antares, I'm wondering if that is what that star is. It does look very bright, but it can't be selected. Oh, we'll see. It does have a bit of a sort of yellowy orangey hue to it, I think that's what it is. Well, we'll soon find out.
Frameshift drive.
So yes, 5 more jumps to go. Right, more when it happens. Right, well I've just arrived here at whatever this fucking system is. It's another one with a hugely long name, and the 2 stars. Well, so, yeah, obviously here we are at the main star, but the second one is bloody close to it. It is right there. So obviously no problems with exploring that fucking thing. It looks like there are 4 stars in this system, and I still haven't fucking started fuel scooping yet. I've got to get closer, but not to that one. I'll get closer to this fucking one. Right.
Fuel scooping.
Right, now let's just have a check at how far these others are. That one's only 124. I've got no problem with scanning that. Is that other one? Okay, well, yeah, I'll definitely scan all of the stars in this system because they're all pretty bloody close. That weak signal source that I just saw there, that's the first one I've seen for fuck knows how long. I haven't seen a ship for, well, I couldn't even begin to try and guess. What's that? That's just a planet, right? Well, bollocks to that. Let's pick up some speed so we can actually scoop at a decent rate. Get it up to 200. Right. Right, now let's see what else we have here. Is that another star? No. But that is 3,212 light years, unless it's an exceptionally dim brown dwarf. That should be scannable. If not from here, then it should be pretty bloody close to being able to. So I'll give that a scan. And then the next system is IC 4604 sector ZE-A D20. I can't remember what the Greek letter C, or the Greek letter that starts with C is, so it's iota something or other. But yeah, that's the only bit I know there. Sector Zeta Epsilon Alpha Delta 20. That's it. I keep thinking is the C Chai, but that's a T, isn't it? Oh. Right, well it's now lunch in the cricket anyway, so I won't be interrupting with that anymore. West Indies are currently 4 without loss, having been set a target of 192. This is surely going to be the last day. This looks like being 2 pretty bloody good sessions, so once I reach Antares I may actually stop and save and come back later. I don't really want to miss any of it. Anyway, right, well this, yeah, that's been scanned. Off we go to here, and more when it happens. Okay, so here I am in Iota Chai, which I'm guessing 4604 sector Zeta Epsilon dash Alpha Delta 20. I've scanned the first star. I am actually going to scan this second star. It's the first star was a white star, so extremely high gravity well from it. So I suspect this star, I mean, it could even be, you know, a yellow-orange star. And there you go, 8,500, and the scan has begun, so it could well be. But of course it won't have as high a gravity well as the white star, so it's not where I arrived. But most importantly, the next jump is the big one, in every sense of the term. It is Antares. I don't know for sure if Antares is the largest known star. There you go, yellow-orange, as I predicted. For once my prediction was right. I don't know if Antares is the largest known star in the galaxy, but it must be up there among them. I can't believe there will be anything orbiting this fucking thing. Anyway, here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's see what sight awaits us here. I'm not even sure what constellation Antares is, but a star this big must be quite clearly from Earth. It's not what I was expecting at all. It would appear that Frontier Developments are completely bollocksed up what Antares looks like. Oh, okay, this is Antares B. So this blue-white star has a greater gravitational effect than I don't want any of them. I want to find the big bastard star. Is that it? That only looks like a brown dwarf. Now well, something's not right here, that's for sure. Antares is supposed to be in the region of 20% bigger than Betelgeuse. Which means the distance I am from it here would be enough for me to, well, I'll be flying almost into the fucking surface of the thing. Please tell me that 194,001 isn't Antares A. It's a fake though, of course it fucking is. So I'll scan the stars here anyway, and eventually, surely, one of them will be Antares A, and that should be the big bastard. Alright, so that's the brown dwarf Antares B6. Well, this, that's that, and so's that. There, you, right, you're a star. Let's take a look at you. Is this galaxy map seriously saying there are 6 fucking stars in this system? Let's have a look. Well, there's Antares A. So it is bloody enormous. There are 3 planets and they all look like planets that are worth discovering. Antares B there, and all these others, yes they are stars, but they're more like tiny brown dwarfs than anything. Since they are all brown dwarfs, I'm not that fussed about exploring every single one of them. In fact, I'm nowhere near the actual scanner starting yet. I was not expecting this much in this system. I didn't think there would be anywhere near this many objects in this system. Oh, come on. There's a problem with scanning brown dwarfs because they're so dim. In fact, technically this is a large gas giant rather than a small brown dwarf. The other weird thing is that this is the first brown dwarf star I've come across since, actually no it's not, what am I talking about, I've scanned a few, but it's none of the systems that I've been to have had a brown dwarf as the main star, which is certainly good news for me and my need for fuel scooping. Okay, clearly this is extremely dim and I'm finally starting to scan. Poxy fucking thing. Right, what about you? Yeah, I thought you'd start scanning as soon as I selected. Right, enough of this fart arsing about. I'm not interested in any of these little ones. I want the big bastard thing. So there is Antares, and I'm already starting the scan, and I'm 193.5 light seconds away from it. And that's the size of it when I am 193,000 light seconds away. I want to scan the planets that are around it, because they are going to be high value ones. So we are going to see it an awful lot closer than this. It's also going to take a long fucking time to get there. This is going to do my integrity the world of good, isn't it? Right, well, a trip of, over 190,000 light seconds is not very interesting. Especially when you're in an area like this where there is absolutely fuck all in the way of other ships or even unidentified signal sources. So I'm gonna pause it here and I'll restart when I'm a bit closer, or a lot closer. Okay, so we are now just inside 80,000 light seconds away. Speed peaked at around 670 C, but the size of that star now is starting to become quite apparent. 65,000 light seconds away and it's looking like this. Daddy07 makes another guest appearance. I still can't believe that I was able to scan this fucking thing while I was still 193,000 light seconds away. Thing is, I was so obsessed with trying to find this supergiant that I forgot to finish fuel scooping around the blue-white star. So I think I'm going to have to try fuel scooping from Antares A. Well, if I could fuel scoop from Beetlejuice, I'm sure I can fuel scoop from this thing. But I want to explore these planets before I do any of that. So the star rather is now 17,500 light seconds away, and that's the size of it from this distance. All of these planets look like they were high metal content. That's why I want to explore them. Might as well make as many credits as I can while I'm out here. Well, I say as many as I can. If I really wanted to make a load, I would have scanned all those brown dwarf stars back over orbiting Antares B, and I couldn't be asked. Okay, I did not tell Daddy07 that I was going to be heading to Leesti after this. Well, if you can't get a lathe before I do, then something is seriously wrong. So anyway, I'm going to now explore this lot, and then well, we'll get some more views of Antares, and then I'm going to head off. So I'll pause this for a moment, and more when it comes. Well, here we go. That is Antares there, and it is 2,531 light seconds away. So it looks like they've made it smaller than Beetlejuice. There's no looks like it, they definitely have. Whereas in fact Antares is bigger than Beetlejuice. It's about 20% bigger. So if you saw the size of Beetlejuice when you first arrived in that system in that particular video, with Antares I should be around 3,000, about 3,500 light seconds away for it to be that size, but they seem to have made it a bit smaller. That's not to say that it's, you know, not a large sun. It fucking well is. I'm going to try and fuel scoop from it, which I need to do.
Fuel
There we go.
scooping.
Then I need to explore the last planet, which is on the far side, which is rather annoying. And then I shall set course for Leesti. Now of course heat is going to be a bit of an issue when I'm trying to fly around
Fuel scooping complete.
this fucker, because it's not like it's a small object that I can just, you know, quickly fly past. Just flying past it is a journey of some 3,000 light seconds. No, not that. About 1,500 light seconds. However long, however many it is, it's a fucking long way. And of course the fuel scoop is going to stay active for a large part of that, because I am in fairly close proximity to it. Almost all of the way. Well, while we're on our way, no, let's not check the system map. Fucking thing. We'll check the galaxy map. That's where I am. Right, Leesti is where I want to go. .7 light years. How many jumps is that? 33. That's enough. Okay, it's not as many as it took me to get out there, but or get out here, but it's still a long old way. Right, there we go. So let's take one last look at the supergiant. I must admit I'm a bit disappointed. It should be bigger than Beetlejuice, but in the game it isn't. Nevertheless, I mean, red supergiants certainly look impressive. I wonder if there are any other kinds of supergiants out and around. Wouldn't mind seeing any of those, if there is such a thing. Anyway, that's all the exploring I'm going to do of the Antares system. So we start the long journey back to Leesti. It's a particularly long journey for me because I'm now going to be quitting the game and saving for a bit because it's time I stuff my face. So I'll come back to do the rest as I'm doing the return journey. So more when it happens. Right, let's sort my mic out. On the way back, I'm about to enter the Lupus Dark region, which I'm pretty sure is marked on the galaxy map. Specifically IC-V C2-6, and I am hoping that even though it's called the Dark region, that doesn't mean that all the stars are extremely dim, i.e. brown dwarfs, and I'm going to have trouble with the old fuel scooping on the way back.
4, 3,
Well, we're about to find out.
engage.
Clearly not. Not sorry about that. I really don't need any more close shaves like I did when coming back from Beetlejuice. Alright, well there are 2 more suns in this system. The nearest one is 21,000 light seconds away, so I'm not going to bother scanning either of those. Let's keep going. So the next one, still in the Lupus Dark region, is TP-0 or TP-O, I think. B6-0. So I have to finish fuel scooping off this thing. Now I seem to be in some kind of race
Fuel scooping complete.
with the man himself there, Commander Daddy 07. He is en route to, well, he said Lave. I have a feeling he's going to end up going to Leesti though. And he's only 4 jumps away, whereas I am 27. But he is scanning everything in every system he goes to, and I can't remember the system he's in at the moment, but he said he found 40 objects to scan. So it's a case of who gets there first. I highly doubt it will be me. I think I've got about an hour and 15 minutes or so before I get there. Obviously I would be extremely pleased if I can get there sooner than that, but I can't have everything. Anyway, more when it happens. Right, well, I am about to leave the Lupus Dark region and entering, or re-entering I should say, the Priya section or region, JH-V C2-1.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, where else would it be, eh? But so far, all has been going well on the return trip. No brown dwarf stars.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Or at least no brown dwarf stars when you first arrive in the system. Because I could have well have put a kiss of death on that. Not this time. Once again, the server's taking fucking ages. Says it's discovered one more thing. What? I can't see anything. It's not coming up in the list. It's fucked up again. There is something else here. There it is. 43,000 light seconds away. I can't be asked to go that far. So So I won't bother with that. We're down to 20 jumps, including this one I will be doing before I arrive in Leesti. The thing is, I don't really want to pay for my integrity repairs when I'm in Leesti, because it's an alliance system, and my reputation with the alliance is the worst of any of the three factions, so they're going to charge me the full whack.
Fuel scooping complete.
Now I know there is an Imperial system relatively close to Leesti. It's about 40 or 50 light years
Fuel
away.
scoop disengaged.
So I think I will go there to get the integrity repairs done. Right. I dare say there is more to come. Right, time for another update, I think. I'm fairly racing through them now. I'm down to 15. And the number of systems I've visited now has gone up to 537. So that's not bad. I'm hoping I'll make 3 million in total profits by the end of this. That might be a bit optimistic though. Level 2 detailed scans will certainly shoot up. That should pass the 900 mark with these. Level 3 will probably be unchanged, but
Frameshift drive charging.
off to the next one. I did actually stop in one system and scan everything, which is a rarity. And admittedly all it had was 3 suns, but
3, 2, 1.
I still did it. Okay, the second and third sun were within 7,000 light seconds, so I didn't really need to do an awful lot. And let's face it, that's the only time I would scan more than one thing. But so far, nothing in the way of brown dwarf stars. I'm doing quite okay on the return trip. And also doing 2 more, and these are 8,000 away. Yeah, I think I'll go and scan both of those as well. But yeah, nothing in the way of brown dwarf stars. I think I've only had one Tauri star, so yeah, I'm doing alright. And in between all of that, I'm trying to convince Commander Daddy 07 to become a bit of a cricket fan.
Fuel scooping complete.
As I pointed out to him, the ironic thing is, he's within spitting distance of the best ground in the country,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
namely Edgbaston, and yet he's not a fan. And then there's me. I basically live for cricket, and the nearest test venue to me is Lord's, which I fucking hate. It's so stuck up and I can't stand it. If you go there and have, you know, or start to give the impression that you're enjoying yourself, they throw you out. That's why Billy the Trumpet from the Barmy Army, I don't know if he's been banned from the ground, but he's certainly not allowed to take his trumpet there. So, you know, you can't have him playing music, you can't sing along or any of that stuff. Fucking bullshit. And the next closest ground to me is the Oval. You don't have a particularly great view at the oval. It's not terrible, but anyway, getting more than a little sidetracked. It's probably going to take me a bit to get here, so time for another pause, I think. Right, this system has nothing but the star in it, and the last system I was at was a Towery star in there again, so I couldn't scoot from there, so I've got a bit to do. So while that's happening, right, we're down to 12 jumps. Let's see how far we have to go in terms of distance. So we're down to 170, so it's now, well, from here on is what I consider a short exploration trip. Anything in the region of, say, up to 175 light years, I consider that to be a short one. Right, what else? Well, I'm up to 540 systems visited. I dread to think what my integrity costs are, but we're getting there. I must be fairly close to the first inhabited system, and I may do what I did before and just stop there just so that I can, you know, and actually dock, and I know, maybe even get some cargo on board so I can
disengaged.
You know, make a few extra credits while I'm doing the last few stops before I hit Leesti. In fact, I'll almost certainly do that again, just as I did in the last video, the Beetlejuice trip. Anyway, more when it happens. Right, well, now I am in Con 285 sector TQ-HB25-0, and I've decided I'm going to scan that star, even though it is a brown dwarf, so I do have to get a hell of a lot closer than I am at the moment. But I am down to single figures for the number of jumps I need to make to get to Leesti. It's only 8 jumps now. And if we take a look at the galaxy map, I must be getting close to populated space. Yes, I am. Silurian. Sounds familiar. Especially if you're a Doctor Who fan. I'm not going to make a detour to go there, but I'm on course for this place. Atasianga. Oh, fuck knows how you pronounce it, but there you go. So I've still got how many jumps before I get there? 1, 2, 3, so 4 before I get there. If I can dock there, let's have a look, see if I can, then I will. Yes, I can. So Galton dock, so I can dock there, and well, it's a Federation one. I'll have a bit of a discount on the repairs, so depending on how bad they are, I'll do the repairs to the integrity there. Otherwise, fuck it, I'll just carry on going. We're now up to 543 systems visited, but of course there are now going to be fewer and fewer that I've not been to before, because I did spend quite a time in and around Leesti, so I'm bound to start arriving in systems where I have already been there. Still, let's see what happens. In the meantime, here we go with another pause in the video. Right, well, the next jump takes me to the Asus system, where I will be docking. So then we can get an idea of not only how much I've made, but how much this has cost me.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So I am 6 jumps from Leesti. That is almost certainly going to go up. 546 systems visited, but I plan on taking on some cargo here. I'm also finally starting to see unidentified signal sources, as well as strong and weak signal sources. So I'm certainly approaching populated space. Well, it's not approaching about it, I'm in populated space, it's just that I've been going through all the systems that are still uninhabited.
3, 2, 1, engage.
So this one does not need scanning. Thank fuck. So I can just go straight to the fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping.
And then select the docking station. There it is. Galton Dock. And it's nice and close as well. I didn't see what kind of system this was. It was terraforming and something else. I could really do with it being a refinery. If I can buy gold from here,
Fuel scooping complete.
sell it at Leesti, which is a high-tech system, so that would be a decent profit. Superconductors would also be a good one.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And even computer components would be pretty good. And at long last I'm seeing ships on the scanner as well. There you go. And the ever familiar constant stuttering. So I can certainly tell I'm in populated space now. Asus docking station.
Docking request granted.
So what do we think the integrity repairs will be? I'm going to guess around 230,000.
gear deployed.
Just overshot it. Right.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
The repairs there at 4, I think it is going to be even more than 240,000. Over 500,000. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm definitely not doing it here. I am going to go on to a Imperial system. Get that price down. So I'm still getting these fucking ROS 128 system permit things, but I have no idea if I'm going there or not. If it had said Leesti, then yeah, I would have taken it. What kind of system is this? Well, it's not a particularly high-tech one. Let's see what they have as far as what they're selling. Fuck all. Bio-waste and hydrogen fuel, that's it. What a fucking waste of time. Okay, well let's see how much I'm set to make here. So this page, 307,997. On the next page, 246,197. And the next page, which is surely the last one, 219,447. And I've still got another page to go. And this is just one here, 2,909. So I will be making a profit, but yeah, all those integrity costs aren't helping. So I'm not going to sell this slot here. I'll sell it at an Imperial station. Right, well it turns out then that docking here was a bit of a waste of time. 547 systems visited now. Alright, what's next? Hydro sector NS-U C2-6. And that's another one that needs exploration. And there's only 5 more jumps after that to Leesti. So let's have a look. So that one's unpopulated, that one is, but does not need scanning. Neither does Crucis Sector NDS, blah de blah. And then the next one after that is Leesti. So Leesti is, well, as near as damn it, 60 light years away. And from there, I think if we go down and then over this way a bit, there is an Imperial system somewhere around here. I remember it because I went there once, but I can't find it. Ah, there it is. Codorain. Let me just check that I can actually dock there. Yes, I can. Cormac Hub, yeah, that does sound familiar. So that's where I have to go. So of course, in fact, what I'm going to do is head straight there instead of heading to Leesti. It means one of my stops is at Deso. So that's changed my course somewhat, and the number of jumps I have. Oh no, not really. I'm still only 6. So right, let's head off, and in the meantime I shall be back with another update when there is one. Right, I just need to finish fuel scooping here, and then I'm going to a system that I've definitely been to before, and I'll definitely be getting some cargo from there, even if it is only a small amount, because it is DSO and they have rare commodities there.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Now, something I forgot to mention earlier. Something that I mentioned in my previous video about people claiming to be getting multiple pirate anacondas in, or wanted anacondas in resource extraction sites, paying over 200,000. It looks like
Frameshift drive
I
charging.
may have seen or may have found out what the reason behind that is. Now, I'm not going to say it here because I still think that some of those people who are making that claim are bullshitting. So I'm not going to say what the possible answer is, because then the chances are they will then start using that. Needless to say, it's something I should have bloody considered and completely forgot about.
Fuel scooping.
But it does make sense. Right, so the next system is Katiri, but first of all we head to Shifnel Port around the planet Birmingham. Surely that is where Commander Daddy 07 is from. So Daddy 07, who's saying he is a imperialist,
Complete.
looks to me like he is definitely an alliance man. Unless of course he's defected from the alliance.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Anyway, it's been a while since I was last at DSO. I'm assuming Shifnel Port here is the... there's also Bale Station. Ah, fuck it. If Shifnel Port doesn't have much, then I'll go on to Bale Station. I think DSO is an agricultural system, if I remember rightly, so I'll be buying in food here, as well as the rare goods, if they have any. I can't remember what the rare goods are from here. I do remember that it was a very low price compared to most of them. I think this is the lowest priced rare goods that I've found anywhere. I think it was as low as like 200 and something. Tell you what, just for a bit of variety, let's check out the unidentified signal source. The old weapons ready just in case. wanted.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Scan detected.
Also know what I'm carrying. All I'm doing is showing him. Nothing wrong with that. Ta-da.
Target destroyed.
Police force. About that one in the distance, it's also police force. Right, well that's everything here then. Short and sweet.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
May also be worth having a look and seeing what the integrity costs would be at an alliance station. Now it will have gone up a slight bit because I've gone on a bit further. It shouldn't be that much, so this is just going to really show the difference between the costs within the Federation and the costs within the Alliance, especially as I have absolutely fuck all reputation with the Alliance.
Docking request granted.
I've never been able to get it off neutral, so I wouldn't mind. I've got no problem with the Alliance. It's only the Federation I really hate. I mean, that said, if there ever were open hostilities between the Empire and the Alliance, then obviously I would be fighting on the side of the Empire, but if it was Alliance and Federation, then yeah, I'd come along and help the Alliance out.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, I was expecting some repairs because I didn't bother fixing the integrity before. Okay, so here it's 568,000. So it has gone up a bit. I don't know why I did that, 'cause it's not like it was important. Anyway, right, we can cash in the bounties here. 3,360. If I remember rightly, this, yeah, it is quite low tech. They got fuck all here. So let's go on to the commodities market. Here we are, Deso Marcorn. Okay, it's not as low as I thought, but it's still only 335. So I'll grab that. That does look like that's all they've got. Right. Food. It looks like it's between coffee and tea. Tea looks like it's set to make slightly more. So, fuck it, I will fill her up with that. Well, 282 tons of it now. Right, not selling my cartography data here. We've got 2 more jumps to do then. Oh yes, it's now far more than 2 jumps because I've got my cargo. So, Codorain is there. How many jumps is it now? 1, 2, 3 by the looks of it. So Corsair is next, which I've been to already. To the Tani, which I have not been to before. Strangely, with a name like that, I didn't think it sounded all that inviting. Let's go to Shitsville. Right, so 3 jumps. first up is Corsair, which everyone's seen. Then it's Shitville, and then finally my final destination. Okay, again, more when it happens. Right, here I am in Shitland, and for once, no, that's not Liverpool. It is Turdetani, a system that really was not named very well. Mind you, I guess if anywhere was going to have a name like this, then the Federation is the right people, you know, to own it. And it turned out there are 3 suns in this system. So the third one was about 25,000 light seconds. I can't even bother to go and scan that, but this one was only about 5,500. So I'm on my way to scan that. It's only a brown dwarf, so it's gonna, you know, I've got to get quite a bit closer before I can scan it. Well, then once I've done that, then it's the final jump to whatever it's fucking called. Codorain, there you go. And that then will finally be the last stop. Whatever the integrity costs are there, I've got to pay them. I mean, they're still going to be well over 500,000, I think. And of course this system will be the only one whose data I can't sell. So it's only 13 light years away from Codorain.
Frameshift drive charging.
But nevertheless, I am rather pleased to have finally got that rather long-winded exploration over and done with.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, now that I've got my you know, routine as far as exploration goes, you know, set, it's not as unbearable. I mean, if I was still scanning everything in the system, then there's no way I would have even considered taking this bloody trip on. I wouldn't have even considered the Beetlejuice one, let alone this one, which is a lot shorter. Right, Cormac hub. Sometimes it feels like it takes an age for the fuel scoop to refill. I mean, can you imagine how long it would take if you had this size fuel tank and something like a class 2 fuel scoop? Fuck that. It'd be here a week.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Mind you, a class 2 fuel scoop was exactly the kind that Daddy 07 was after for his ASP. And of course the ASP has the same size fuel tank as the Anaconda. I dread to think how long he'd be standing or sitting there getting his fuel back. I'll have to find out. Of course the trouble is with the ASP, you don't want to lose too much cargo space. Which then of course makes you realise, well, if you want to keep your cargo space, then perhaps you don't want to go exploring in the ASP. With its far greater hyperspace range, it's certainly a better choice of exploration ship than this thing. And of course your integrity costs are far lower. many systems have I visited in total? 552. That's not a bad amount.
Docking request granted.
Smooth entrance as always.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
Right.
Engines disengaged.
Okay, let's see the bad news. Whoa. Absolutely plummeted. I mean, 290,000 is still a fucking hell of a lot, but that's a downside better than the 560,000 that it was in the Alliance or Federation. Right, so my profits from exploration at the moment are 2,554,000. Let's see what they are after this lot. Now Antares is there, so that made me 51,569. And in fact, Antares A didn't. It was the lowest paying of all the things I actually scanned by the looks of it. 2,402. Okay, so it's the second lowest, but by 12 credits. Oh no, okay, the second one. No, fuck it. It's still fucking low anyway. For what is quite a rare, space body. Anyway, right, 307,997 for that page. Now this page, not bad, 43,439 for that one. 38,000 for that one. There's a few decent price ones there, so 270,317 for that one. 211,344 for this one. The turbo system paid 20,000. That was not bad. 44,000 for him. 20,000 for that one. Old Turdetani there. Over 12,000 for that one, although obviously I can't sell that yet because I'm too close to it. So that's over 700, it's well over 700,000 I've made surely. 33,845 for this page. And Turdetani still to be sold when I'm out of range. So that brings me to 3,377,895 in exploration profits. Level 2 detail scans is now up to 973, so nearly 100 added to that. Systems visit is 552, so that must be, what, about 70 systems I went to on that trip. Right, now see if anyone is, well, okay. No is the answer to that. well, I can sell me tea. I'm not going to make a big profit, but it's still a profit. So that brings my balance now up to 35,369,530, which sounds like not an awful lot compared to when I started, but remember when I started I had forgotten to get the detailed surface scanner, so that added another 250,000 to the price. So when I sell that, you can add another 250,000, so I'll be at 35.6 million. Well, there you go. So that is the journey of ROS 154 to Antares to wherever I am now. Where am I now? Codorain, that's it. And well, wasn't that interesting? So there you go. That's this video come to an end. I've now got to splice all those different bits together, and I can now actually watch the cricket uninterrupted. So there you go. So this is Commander Lucosa signing off.